Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Eddie Marcus here again. Thursday morning, sitting outside of a Savers, getting ready to go and see if I can find some way to deal with these rats. You know, there's an expression that goes, vote. If you vote, it's your voice, it's your power. It says something. If you don't vote, it's a statement as well, but it takes away your right to say anything, to complain about anything. So you say, I wonder what happens when you vote for something. And what you voted for, you lose. And so now you still got to suffer. Even though you voted. Even though you voted, you still got to suffer. Now, what's the difference between your suffering, having voted, and another suffering for having not voted? Neither one of you got what you want. You can say, well, I tried. Yeah. And you can't say you tried. Well, I guess everybody's argument works for them. But the thing that gets me, ladies and gentlemen, is this. As spokesman and advocate for basic human rights for all people, I claim to be connected. I claim to be connected to the source. Yes, I do. Claim to be connected to the source. And so, for quite a few years now, I have voted different than what is generally considered voting. Usually I advocate for what I call my creator. I call God. And this is what I offer to the people. And now the people have a chance to do what they do or take a chance and do something different. The reality of it is, when I go to those polls, I vote for me. I've done that for quite a few years. Now, my daughter, today she asked me, she said, Dad, you voted yet? I said, well. Then she says, well, are you going to vote? I said, well, I'm sure I'm going to vote. I said, but I'm probably not going to vote as people would consider voting to be. And she said, what are you talking about? I said, well, you know me. People, look at the choices they got before them. Look at the choices you got. Look at the choice I got. I got Donald Trump, who's been put before me as spokesman and represented in my face one of the most evil individuals that I ever encountered as far as being president of the United States. And yet, there's so many people that want him. Even in spite of all that he represents. In fact, because of what he represents. And then the other choice is the existence of a failed representation that in fact played a major part in the creation that allowed for Donald Trump to become president. In other words, they created. Now they say, well, we don't like this baby. Let's abort this baby and let us try again. No, that ain't good enough for me, ladies and gentlemen. See, I'm a senior, and I'm probably on my way out of here, considering that I'm black and have been treated as a second-class citizen and have been denied the benefits of the productive life that would also include good health. And so chances are this might be my last year on this planet. And so I can definitely stand up and speak loud. And the truth of the matter is, I vote for God. I'm not voting for Trump, that evil monster. And I'm not voting for the Democrats because I know the game that's being played. Now, what do I mean? Biden says all of these things that you want to hear. And when I say Biden, I'm talking about the Democratic Party. Now, you know the Democratic Party is not as bad as what the Republicans have revealed themselves to be. But the Democratic Party is a long ways from what we the people need them to be. Or we ourselves are a long ways from being what we need to be. That being the case, I can't support any of that junk. That's junk. All of this political stuff that we're experiencing today is pure junk. It's pure junk. It doesn't matter who becomes president, what party gets the representation. At the end of the next term, it's going to be people out here suffering. Cops going to be killing people people who got guns are going to be killing people. People are going to be hungry without food. People are going to be out here without jobs, struggling for trying to make a little bit more money to do this and do that. I know that. I'm not going to vote for that crap again. I stand up for God. Why? Because God is the only... Hold it, before I go that way. Let me back up a minute. Now, let's back up and consider what... you know what Trump is going to do. You already know he's revealed himself. Now, let's look at Biden. Biden says he's going to do this about health care. He's going to increase the taxes on those guys who got the money, so you get more of the money. Then, what is that going to accomplish? He tells you, gives you a little program, but is it going to take care of the problems? And they will be honest and say, no, it's not going to take care of the problem, but it's moving in the right direction. Well, what does that mean, moving in the right direction? Look, once you know where you're going, you're not driving slow. You're on your way to get there. So if you're on the right track, if you know that everybody got to have food and clothing, shelter, and education, health care, then you make sure that that's designed from outstep. But you don't just say that. You have a plan for that. And because it involves other people, you have to share the plan with them. Let them know the role they're playing and how that role works for the benefit of them all, for the outcome that we're pursuing. You got to do that. If you can't do that, that's because you don't know what you're doing. You guessing. And I ain't guessing. God wants every last one of you to have heavenliness on earth. And that's what I represent. And I'm not voting for no evilness at the degree of Donald Trump. And I'm not going to vote for no lesser evilness at the degree of the Democratic Party. I'm going to vote that every last American have their dreams come true. I'm going to vote that every person on the face of the earth have their dreams come true. And the way I'm going to vote is not vote for any of this stuff. Then if I die this year or today, at least I want my records to show that I voted for God. And I was not misled, I was not deceived, I was not tricked to go for any of this stuff. And ladies and gentlemen, be you. Don't go out there and try to change yourself, vote for God because I said that. Don't be a hypocrite. Be you. Be you. Just be you. Now, but be you. There's something that goes, you shall reap what you sow. Don't be intimidated. There's something sort of the seed that you plant determines the fruits you're going to get. You can be smart if you want to. That I recommend. But don't be intimidated. Be you. If you don't know the truth, don't pretend like you do. Because you'll never learn it. I'm going to let you go, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so very much for giving me this your time. Until next time, Eddie Marcus saying goodbye.